Hey, what's up, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com. Well, welcome to the update for Saturday's card, August 16th, 2025. Comp play coming up in tonight's Ravens-Cowboys battle. We'll get to that in just a moment. We swept last night, including a four-star in baseball with the Blue Jays, including a four-star in CFL action with the Edmonton Elks. We're going to rack it up, look to do it again today on Saturday. On my homepage right now at DocSports.com, I've got all my plays led by a seven-star play in the CFL, and I'm telling you what, since we got to Docs in 2018, I've had 153 CFL plays. We are 90 and 63 and up $9,940. We can go up over 10 grand with our profits if we cash this game, which I expect to do a seven-star Saturday CFL play, again, on my homepage over at DocSports.com. And not only that long-term record overall, but the top play run is now at 29 and 17 in the CFL. We cashed a seven-star last week. I've also got baseball today, and I've also got my NFL preseason dog of the week, a Saturday afternoon play. So all the plays on my homepage over at DocSports.com. Also, real quick programming note, I will have a video up late Saturday night into Sunday. It'll be up for a while, not just one day, but up for several days. I'm gonna talk about my most overrated NFL team from a spread perspective headed into the new season, plus my most overrated college football team. And it's a little bit off the norm. There's a lot of people who like these two teams. I'm not one of them, and we'll have that particular video out again late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Let's get to the comp play for Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern kickoff in the Big D in Dallas. It's the Ravens currently laying 1.5 total, right around 36.5. It's about 4 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday. So at the time of this update, 1.5, the Ravens the favorite. We've seen this number jump all over the place this week. We should see a lot of Cooper Rush for the Ravens, it sounds like, and a lot of Joe Milton at quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Milton threw a pick in last week's game for Dallas. I'll tell you what about Milton. If you're a receiver, you better have some padding on those gloves because he does have one speed on his passes. They're bullets. There's not a whole lot of touch that we've seen out of him in his short NFL career thus far. But Baltimore, I tell you, they're looking to build that ground game with that offensive line. And it doesn't matter if it's the reserves on the field or the starters. Obviously, we're likely to see a whole lot of reserves in this game. But even like last week in week 1 of the preseason, they gained 177 yards on the ground. They're definitely looking to do certain things with the offensive line, with the ground game this preseason. And it worked last week, and I expect it to work against this Dallas defense, whether the starters or reserves are in the game. The reserves, obviously, for the most part. We know that the Ravens going into last week, they were on an 0-7 spread slide in preseason play. There was a time when you just almost automatically bet on John Harbaugh in preseason, but that wasn't the case the last 7 games going into last week. Now, they snapped that 7-game skid, and I expect them to gain another victory here against Dallas. I love the way this Ravens team is coached. Again, I mentioned the offense. How about the defense? Not only did they knock out Anthony Richardson quite early in last week's game, but then they go up against Daniel Jones and against Riley Leonard. Didn't matter. Starters, reserves did not matter. They held those two quarterbacks to 22 of 45 passing with the pick, no touchdown passes. I think the Ravens are going to do it again this week against Dallas. Baltimore, again, minus the 1.5 over Dallas is the comp play in Saturday's preseason football. And again, if you want to check out all my plays, including the 7-star in the CFL, it's on my homepage at DocSports.com. And also you can check out my college and pro football packages where we had a tremendous run over the final, almost 3 months last year, mid-September through the Super Bowl, 66-42, up over $7,300. All right. If you like the videos, click on that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. I'm Scott Spreitzer, DocSports.com. Let's put Saturday in the win column, everybody, right back here late Saturday night into Sunday with my overrated football teams for the upcoming season. We'll talk to you then. Best of luck.